If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Low Scale Gaming podcast. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest, and as always, enjoyed by Conan Jones and Inferior Mage. Conan, how you doing today?
Doing all right. You had the second person in there this time.
No, he's actually here, so we can include him. Mage, how are you doing?
I was about to say he's already gone.
About to be done with y'all already.
Mage, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's been a decent day.
It's been like a good week for me. Like there's not really much I could complain about other than like my fail of the week. But even then, like I haven't like felt like bad about anything. You know, it's good to be me right now, and it feels weird to say that.
Proud.
Because I've never been like in this like situation before where I wake up and I'm just like, all right, let's start the day.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah, and where I don't wake up and I'm just like, man, this earthing sucks. See, I don't wake up like that anymore, and it's been nice.
Look at you go.
I also had a surprise, not inspection, what's it called? Observation. Didn't give me no heads up, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just came in and was just like, oh, hey. But he came and observed my band class and not my computers class.
Yeah,
so,
my wife got a surprise one today, too, at like the end of her class. Like all of her kids were sitting on their Chromebooks, and they weren't doing anything.
Oh, she get busted for it?
No, because her kids, that's how her class is structured, is that they just do a lot at the beginning, and then they earn their reward at the end of class. So he just showed up at the end of class when it was on the reward time.
But see, mine was, I felt like it was fine. It was just like we were going over our piece for Cortland Hills, and just I think I demonstrated like good, like, I don't know. I haven't got we haven't even talked about it. I imagine since he did it, so I've kind of like pieced this together now.
Yeah.
If I've done something wrong, he'll make me come to his office. If I'm not doing anything wrong, or if the thing went good, he won't say a thing to me.
He'll come to you.
Yeah, he'll come to me, and like he hasn't said a thing to me about it.
I always love it when a boss only talks to you when you do something bad.
Yeah, so
makes going to that boss so good.
so I haven't done anything wrong, I don't think, because he hasn't came and talked to me, and I mean, I think it went really well. I mean, we was my trumpet player, his son is my trumpet one, and he came to that first where he's at in there. So he's like sat right behind his kid, and it was kind of weird. But I mean, we kind of just went with it, and I was kind of like demonstrating, like, oh hey, what happens whenever you play high? What do you have the tendency to go sharp or flat? You know, trying to ask them the questions so they give me the answer.
Yeah.
And they were just like, I go sharp, right? And I was like, yes, but why do you go sharp? Now, why do you think you go sharp? And he was just like, I'm too tense. I'm like, that's part of it, yes. Your shoulders go up really high. But the other thing is you're putting too much air into the instrument, and you don't need to put that much air into the instrument to play high. It's a relaxed feeling that still needs to be whenever you play like tuning note concert F to playing above the staff concert F. And I was like, it's all about playing with a relaxed sound and also opening up the airway and not gritting your teeth when you play. And I think I did. I mean, like I said, he hasn't said anything to me about it. So I'm assuming I did okay.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like you did okay. Like,
yeah.
To answer your question though, I'm doing okay. Like, I just kind of jumped into making fun of Mage that yeah. But
Yeah, I figured you didn't have anything to say, so I just kind of
went on with
went
it.
with it. Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. You guys have nothing productive to say.
I do.
I've just been talking about something productive for like 5 minutes.
I was just joking. I'm messing with you.
Saving it for later.
All right, why don't you chill out, Ghost?
Conan's the Debbie
Jesus,
Downer.
I thought you were having a good week.
I am. Dude, I'm in a great mood.
Oh,
Also, like, my brother's birthday was on Tuesday, and we went to this place here called Kimonos, and it's this hibachi place where like they cook in front of you and stuff. And we got like a really like good dude that was really like interactive with. It was just me, my brother, my grandma, and her sister that was just there. So I mean, it was just the four of us, but still, like, it was really fun. And the dude was like really, really good in interacting with us, and let like my brother like play like on the without the stove being hot, of course, but let him like play with the spatula and stuff, and like hitting it on the stovetop.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty funny.
I saw you post
Also,
that picture. It just didn't make a whole lot of sense out of context without a story.
yeah. Also, like the bet I did get it recorded, but it was he's cooking up the eggs for the rice, and he cuts off just a little bit to like try to throw in my brother's mouth, and he's missed like maybe at this time like maybe like three times so far. Okay, so he goes one more time and just like hucks and pucks it and slaps him in the top of the lip with it, and I mean it was an audible like slap too, and I mean it was so funny. Oh my god. I mean it was just a pop. And then he throws one to me, and you know I'm fat, so I immediately just caught it with like no missing it at all.
Yeah.
Ghost catches it with his mouth.
Yep.
Just snags it.
But my brother just got smacked in the face with it. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I bet you laughed at him pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. But I mean it was pretty good. That guy was really good. I don't know his name, but I mean that food there is really good too.
What place was it?
Like I said, it's been a good one. And then Saturday, I guess the day before this goes up, we're going to Oklahoma City to go to Celebration Station for like to like with my like his little cousins and stuff and everything like that. My sister's kids.
All right.
Go play around for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then I'm having dinner with old Conan Jones and
Mrs. Jones.
at Chili's.
Did we decide on a time for that?
No, we haven't.
Okay. I was just making sure we have or haven't.
It just depends on what time I get done with the birthday stuff and then go to my hotel room.
Yeah, I got you. Where are y'all staying at?
Staying at the Hampton over there on the expressway.
Okay. So yeah, you're not too far.
Yeah, over there by Hooters.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
why that's my only. I don't know why that's my go-to, but that's the only reason why I know that. Or they're over there by the hospital.
Yeah.
Listeners know why that's your go-to.
Oh, goodness.
Anyways.
Yeah. Why does my neck always hurt as soon as we start doing stuff?
Well, it's just something for old man Jones to complain about.
Finally, right? I haven't had anything to complain about in a while.
All right. Let's go ahead.
Surprise.
Let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail of the week?
So my fail this week wasn't something I did, it's just something that's happening. So I've talked about getting the new gate and stuff at work. So they gave us it's like a fancy hotel room key where you just kind of like tap it on there and it's like, oh, I know who you are, and they let you in. So they have one of those readers to open the gate if you're coming in after hours, and then they're also replacing the keypads to get in the doors with this little card thing.
Okay.
So I was on call last weekend for Martin Luther King Day, and I had to get my card early so I could get into the back of the office. in case, I needed to go do stuff and got called, which I didn't, thankfully.
Right.
So I get up on Monday because I was like, I need to get stuff done anyway because I've just been behind. So I drive across town to the office and I go back there and my card doesn't work to get in the back gate. So I'm just like, okay, I'll just go in the front door. All of the front doors use a key that I don't have a key for. So I just was like, cool. I just drove across town for literally nothing. So now
that's what you want.
Yeah.
I was imagining that meme was just like, let me in. Let me in!
Yeah. At the White House gates. So yeah, I was just like, I just need to go and type stuff and sit at my computer and no one's going to be there and I can just play my music without my headphones in and just get stuff done, and I couldn't do it. So I had to just come home and play video games. So that's what I get for trying to be productive.
Yay! Does your key card work now?
No, well, I haven't been back after hours, so during normal business hours, they just leave it open. So
right.
they put the gates in, and they also added 2 big old speed bumps on either side of it. So it's just like,
that's the stupidest thing ever.
What is the point?
Is a speed bump. Yeah, exactly. Like, speed bumps are there to mess up your car.
They're super annoying too.
And they're big old plastic ones that aren't ever going to degrade. Like,
the best.
That's so dumb.
We have like old concrete speed bumps, but like they've been there for a while. And you know that they've been there for a while, they're almost like non-existent.
Yeah, exactly. So I just like, let's do some of those.
Mm-hmm.
But
dude, the one that the McDonald's I used to go to until like they finally like messed up my stuff enough for me to like hate going there, has speed bumps. Like where there's speed bumps at, it goes all the way from the curb, like from like the curb to like at the where the restaurant starts with the curb. To like to the fence, so there's no way to like drive around it or anything like that.
Oof!
It's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's real dumb. That's big dumb. Little brain
Mage,
time.
what is your fail of the week?
Well, I went to the doctor's yesterday. I want to say a week ago. It may have been 2 weeks ago. I don't really remember. Mm-hmm. But we had that big old rainstorm. Like all across Oklahoma. Well, understandably, our yard got really, really muddy. Well, I go to work that day, and my brother just sends a text saying, I got stuck in the mud. And he got stuck in the mud in our driveway.
Yeah.
Well, it was like really, that he wasn't paying attention. Like, that's pretty much all it was. But I had helped him push his car out, and I think I dinged my knee or something, like, or I was pushing too hard or something like that, mm-hmm. And so my knee had like very slight. It wasn't like really painful or anything, but like I could feel my knee for like the next week, and so I went to the doctor's yesterday, and I have tendonitis in my knee. So that kind of sucks. That's kind of my fail of the week.
What is tendonitis?
It just pretty much means that it's like a worse version of a bruise.
Okay.
But basically, it's like I strained the muscle a little bit, and so it's just taken. So like that's where the ACL and everything is and stuff. And I just worked it too hard, pretty much is what it was.
Yeah.
That's what you get for trying to be healthy. Just stay a fat kid and not have like, knee problems.
Right.
The good part about that is that I got prescription ibuprofen, which is like 800 milligrams. And they gave me like a crap ton of pills, like way more than I'd ever need.
Yeah.
So if I ever get a headache or anything, I'm solid.
Goodness.
Dude, all right.
There were good parts about that doctor's visit too, but I'll get into that later.
All right. So my fail this week is it's actually started on Saturday last week. My Sorry, I don't have my phone muted. My bad. Uh, so my fail this week is my. I remember a while back. About a month ago. I bought a TV. I bought a 70-inch TV, and I was just like, all right, cool. Put this in my living room. It was a Philips TV, and I turned it on, and I noticed that it wasn't really working that well. But I wasn't gonna like make a big hoopla about it. I thought it was just needed to be updated, something like that. There's bugs and everything,
Yeah.
kind of sort of thing. Anyways, so excuse me. Uh, it progressively for the month, it kept on just keeping on and like getting worse and worse until finally Saturday it just blacked out and then wouldn't turn back on. I'm just like, cool. I have it's done skis. So, anyways, I was like counting up the days and looking at because I didn't have the receipt for it, but I was counting up the days, how long I could to go take it back because I know Walmart had like a 30-day policy, whatever. So that day was the 30th day apparently. I thought it was the 29th day, but I did math wrong apparently. Anyways, so I'm sitting here and I'm taking this TV off the wall, and like I guess in the process of moving the TV, lifting it off the wall by myself, and putting it in the box and stuff. I guess I just tweaked something in my back because my back has just been like killing me all week, and it's just it's been hard to just like stand up at times. I feel like I'm like crouching over like a 50-year-old man.
Ghost is getting old too.
I know.
Pull that back muscle.
It's absolutely awful.
Did you get the TV replaced?
We'll talk about that later.
Fair enough.
All right. So let's go ahead and jump into our topic one this week. This is kind of something that I kind of like ran into this week, and I'm not sure what y'all's opinions of it, but is there such a thing as having too many rehearsals for contest?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, that's kind of what I was feeling with because my kids have like made pretty good progress with with our two pieces for us having it for 3 weeks now.
Yeah. When do you go to
contest?
A
lot better process than I thought we were going to.
When do you go to contest?
We go to contest February 25th.
Okay, so you've got about a month left.
Yeah.
My feelings are like if the rehearsals aren't being productive, then it's not a good rehearsal kind of deal. So like if you're rehearsing so much and the rehearsals just kind of get samey and not productive at all, like they're not improving, then either change something about the rehearsal or do something different kind of deal.
There's only one really big like bug. Well, the one thing is like I had to switch around my percussion parts on the Marzo Zangario part because the student I had playing the tambourine part just couldn't do it. And I mean like he had the student had it for like the 3 weeks, and I'm just like, if you can't do this by now, you're not gonna get it like ever. Like and it's not even like he's like trying to get it. It's just like guessing back then. I'm just like, I can't. They're like this tambourine is very important. You can't do me like this, buddy. So I switched that student with another one, and I put the one that was playing tambourine onto cymbals, and I put the other one I actually swapped around 3 parts. I put the one that was playing cymbals on snare. I put the one that was playing snare on tambourine, and I put the one that was playing tambourine on the cymbals.
Probably a good swap.
And it seemed like it made really good, really good progress, I think. And that was whenever I decided yesterday. I was just like, I don't really see the need to have a after school rehearsal this week. And I was sitting there, I was like, what? Like, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, what are we going to get? That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, what are we going to get from this? Besides, like, because we can play these pieces all together. Like, it hasn't been an issue. Like, getting front to end. I think, like, right now, how I told them how I would grade it, I would probably give it like a low 2 right now where it is. And I think that if we can fix the parts that we need to fix, it's very likely for us to get ones on stage. If we fix these parts and give attention to details.
Yeah.
But you got to do it. So you got to do it like a reward system. So like if they play well tomorrow, they're like, "You guys did so well. I'm canceling the after school rehearsal."
I did do it like that.
That way they love you.
That's exactly what I did.
It's all mind games, Ghost.
Also,
all mind games.
we have a pinky promise agreement that if we make it to state contest, I'll throw us another pizza party.
Hey man, Little Caesar's Pizza. The kids will work.
No,
their tails
I
off.
told them that I would actually do legitimate pizza from Pizza Hut this time.
Then you got to get your band boosters to pay for it.
I don't have band. I am the band booster. Bold of you to assume that my small Class A school has band boosters.
He can barely get the kids to buy into band, much less the kids' parents.
Yeah.
Use the last $20 of your band account to do it.
It's bold of you to assume he has a band account.
I do have a band account, but it's bold of you to assume I have $20 in there.
No, but I agree with you. Like at some point, like you do hit a point of diminishing returns, especially with high school kids. So there are good sides of pushing them really hard and having extra rehearsals if they need it. But then at the same time, doing that, I think with your size of group all the time would get them to their plateau level way faster.
Yeah,
because
and that's
yeah.
I don't think we've plateaued yet. I don't think we're near our plateauing yet. But I think if my Woodwinds players minus the prodigal son was at the same level as my brass kids, I think we would have reached our plateau by now.
Yeah,
I think.
Well,
there's a couple parts in there that's just Woodwinds that they can play the rhythm, but they can't play it good. Like they can't. Like it's either it's not the correct style, or it's not the correct articulations or anything like that. Dynamics, and that's the big thing But then I feel like I work it too much in class to where my other kids get bored, to where then I have to like jump back to do something. And I feel like the more attention that. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that big noise. The more like big attention to detail I need to make with my woodwinds, I don't get the chance to because I'm worrying about having my other kids get bored.
So instead of doing a full band after school rehearsal, do just a woodwind after school rehearsal and do a sectional.
Okay.
Just a thought. Do you just do one a week?
Yeah, I just do one a week.
So you might see where you're sitting this time next week. And if you're still kind of in the same boat, you might try that and just see how it does. Because if your brass kids aren't the issue, like, hey, you have to practice while you're at home, but you get to do it at home and not up here.
Right.
When's your contest?
February 25th.
So you got about like 3 or 4 more weeks.
Yes.
That's my dad's birthday.
The 25th?
Yeah.
We're going to Duncan for ours. Yeah. So it's right there. Your dad's birthday is really close to my birthday.
It is.
That's weird. I didn't know that.
Is that the only contest you're going to?
No, we're going to solo and ensemble on the 22nd. And then we are also going to Heartland Music Festival in April.
can't.
But the one you're going on February 25th is the state contest.
Yeah.
It's district contest, but yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Are your brass kids doing solos and ensembles?
Yes, my trumpet player, tuba player, trombone player, and French horn player are doing solos, and my the prodigal son is on clarinet
For the ensemble?
solo and ensemble. Yes.
So you may oh my gosh, words are hard. You're probably the only person in the school during that late.
What do you mean?
Like none of the other teachers or anything else is going on in school since it's after school and stuff.
Yeah, everyone pieces out at like 3:15.
Yeah, I wonder if you could talk with the teachers in your little hallway and just be like, "Hey, I'm having this after school rehearsal. I need to work with these guys. I trust these other ones to come into your room and play work on their solo stuff, and they can just come practice there."
Oh yeah, I could do that. I mean, I have a key to every like room. I mean, like the ones I don't trust, I could just put in my computer lab.
Yeah,
I mean, I trust all my other kids though. So I mean, there's only a couple like all the kids that are doing solo and ensemble. I got no issue with at all, like at all.
they're the ones you can trust to take into public.
Yeah,
How many kids are in your band total?
17.
You know, I feel like that's okay for a class A band.
Yeah,
Pretty standard.
but
I mean, I had about,
mine's from 7th grade all the way up to seniors though.
Oh, 17, all from 7th to seniors.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't have that many people in your school, though. Like,
Yeah, I think the total number at the high school is like maybe like it's shy of 300.
yeah, that sounds about right.
I think like total in my district it's a little bit shy of 600.
That even seems kind of high to me, but
Yeah.
I guess you have a lot of people out in the country and stuff like that that come in.
Yeah. I think that's, or maybe it's 300 total and I got 100 and I don't remember.
That sounds more right because when I was in high school, I think we had 300 in our high school, but we were a class 4A, 3A. We kind of flip-flop between the two.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
School,
Here we go. It's around like 300 total from pre-K to 12th grade.
That sounds a little more right.
Okay, yeah. Jesus. I really didn't realize how like tiny my school was.
It happens.
No.
But yeah, I would see how that does, like doing a sectional if that works or something else, but
Okay.
just see how it does and go from there. I mean, the worst that's going to happen is you just get extra little rehearsal with your woodwind people.
Right. All right. But so it's not. Is mainly I'm asking, was it a bad thing that I canceled after school rehearsal yesterday when I thought that we didn't need it?
If you don't think you need it, then I think you're totally fine. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I mean you're the teacher.
All right.
We have no premise for what your band needs because we never heard it,
Right.
and we don't live your life, and so we don't.
Conan Jones, do you want to come
experience it
clinic
the way
my band again?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out and make it down there again. Especially during the middle of the day. Like,
You coming down here for Super Bowl Sunday for your grandma's birthday?
are your kids going
No,
to?
I'm. You said you weren't going to make it down here, and I was saying that you was.
Oh, you know what I mean. You silly goose.
Okay. Because I need help putting that TV up.
I was like, you had it sitting on the counter because you couldn't lift it up.
I can't lift the 70. I can't lift the 70 inch TV that high by myself. I'm sorry. With my back hurting, I got it up there to like the first like hooks on there, and my brother's like sitting there with the flashlight, and I was like, "Did I get it on there?" He was like, "Yeah, it's on there." I was like, this was kind of low for it to be on there. So I got the two top latches.
You got the two top latches?
Hang on.
Oh.
What the hell was that? Did y'all hear that?
Not at all.
Like, it sounded something like completely different than like what I'm used to with the army base shooting off things. Anyways, let's go ahead and sorry, I got like that freaked me out. Anyway, I don't forget what we was talking about, but let's go ahead and talk into topic 2 this week. So we got some delayed games that we kind of glossed over a little bit, but Cyberpunk got delayed until I think September.
Yeah, it's a long delay.
Did you hear the reason why it got delayed?
It just needed more polish or something like that. I
No,
think is what I heard.
Because it's running like crap on Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
No one cares. Send it out.
And it
PC exclusive.
It's running awful on there. And
I mean, honestly, they could do because they always do that for PC. Like, they send out the consoles first and then optimize it for PC.
Honestly, I think what's going to happen with Cyberpunk, it's probably going to get delayed again, and it's just going to be coming out like how Breath of the Wild came out on PS4 or on Wii U and Switch. That's probably what's going to happen with the Cyberpunk. Is it's going to get delayed so much that it's just going to get a simultaneous release on this gen consoles and next gen consoles, because the next gen's coming in this holiday season.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I mean, I'm not going to play Cyberpunk.
Don't do it to me. I want Cyberpunk and I want it now.
But it's one of those I'm okay with that one getting delayed because they're delaying it far enough in advance and they're letting you know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, and CD Projekt Red has a really good track history. Like, if it was a different company, I would be wary, because that's also what happened to No Man's Sky and stuff. But
that's Conan's favorite game.
My favorite game.
They did a lot of. I don't know if you've seen the Internet Historian on YouTube. He's hilarious. You should watch him. He posted a video about No Man's Sky, and you should watch it. I think it's a pretty good documentary about the events that led up to that. They did a lot of fixing on them. No Man's Sky is almost exactly what they promised from the beginning. Now,
yeah,
because they fixed it completely.
4 years later.
Well, I mean, they've been doing it steadily with free updates and everything.
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't mind getting into it, but it's that ship kind of sailed for me.
I don't know. Give it a look and see how you like the updates and stuff, and you might change your mind.
I see, and I've never seen it on sale either, even with as bad as it's been. It's still just sitting at $60, and I'm just I'm okay.
Well, it's sitting at $60 now because it's not bad anymore. It's good.
See, even whenever it was still bad, I never saw it at 60.
No, when it was bad, it was selling on eBay for $7.
Oh, on eBay. That's why I never actually looked for it anywhere other than Steam.
Oh yeah, I mean Steam doesn't do sales anymore anyway. At least not good sales.
Yeah, for real.
We discussed this on the Ghosties.
Yeah, we did. Steam's just kind of pooped itself and just kind of went away. I don't know what happened. Man, remember Steam sales used to be hype. I remember the summer sale was always around Bandcamp. So, especially whenever we would be counselors, and that 200. No, it wasn't. We never made $200 from doing that. How much? What was the most we ever made from being a counselor?
$100 maybe.
Maybe 150. Anyways, I'd always spend a lot of it on the summer sale just to get something cool. But now, you go look at it and just what? Why would I waste time with this? It just
Yeah,
seems bad. Like,
not a whole lot going on it anymore.
not at all. But back to the topic. How do you feel about the Miyamoto from Nintendo has a famous quote that a bad game is released is always bad, but a game that is delayed has the potential of being good. How do you feel about that?
I saw that and I thought it really fit. Like, you're definitely gonna have, like, in the case of Cyberpunk, like, it's been delayed, so now it's, if it comes out and it's not really good, people are just gonna be even more pissed off because, like, you had a chance to fix this and you didn't. Like, what did you do whenever you delayed it? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and also we've been waiting on this game for like several years and stuff. So I feel because the original they didn't release a release date for like 3 years when that big old E3 trailer came out.
Yeah.
Because their whole thing was like it'll come out when it's ready, kind of a deal. And so when they saw that when they released the release date, I felt like they were pretty confident that they could do it at that time, and then just ran into some hiccups, and that's why they're delaying it.
Well, like, I'm okay if games get delayed and then they're good when they come out. Like,
Well, see, there's so many games that have been delayed that I've had that thought process with. Like, oh, it's going to get delayed, but it'll come out when it's good. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out.
Kingdom Hearts
And
3 was good, except the story sucked. Combat was great.
the combat was great, yes, but everything else with that game was awful.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fix writing with a delay.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind
you
of,
You
can.
can't
You
fix
can change.
gameplay.
Wait a minute. Yes, you can because you can change the story.
Not with like a 3-month delay.
No, what I'm saying is it just was continuously delayed, is what I'm saying, which made it bad. Or like Final Fantasy 15 was delayed forever, came out, it wasn't that good. I mean, it was okay. I liked it. I still got the platinum trophy in it, but still, it
Final
wasn't
Fantasy
that
was
good.
also a lot better when the DLC came out.
And see, I never played it because I was so burnt. I've made it a case never to buy DLC for a game,
oh,
and I broke that deal today because I bought the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I didn't realize there was DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3
It
already out.
released today.
Well,
I
there
don't
you
know
go.
anything about it other than it tells more story, and I hate that I'm so enthralled by Kingdom Hearts that I have to play a game strictly for this. Like, even though I hate the story of the game, I have to play it because I want to know more. Kingdom Hearts is like the equivalent of like a drug dealer that
the
it'll
first.
give you it'll give you a good taste of it from time to time, and it'll up the ante on you. It'll give you that good Heisenberg 90 proof. Okay, but then Heisenberg retires, and then you get that real, what was that beady eyed dude's name? Not Jack. That was the uncle. Todd. Then you get the Todd 50 proof, and it's just awful with the game.
Yeah, but they're addicted by that time. You can't stop.
Exactly, because you still want the 50 proof because it's there, but you always know what that 90 proof tastes like. I
Yeah,
can't
you
believe
got,
I made a Breaking Bad methamphetamine reference to Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, that's Kingdom Hearts 2 in a nutshell. That was the addiction.
That
Kingdom
was
Hearts 1 kind of got you in, and then
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 2 was so
Kingdom Hearts
good.
2 was Heisenberg, and
Yeah, that
then
was like the best.
Breath by Sleep was like Jesse before he's got really good, making it with chili powder, and
Yeah, it was like it's like this is doable, but not great.
yeah,
And
then
but you're
here's
so
all the
addicted by that
remakes,
time, you know, you can't stop.
and then here's Dream Drop Distance, that is the worst game of the series, and obviously made by Todd, the nasty 50, not even looking blue proof. Okay. And then you get thrown into Kingdom Hearts 3, which is kind of like a mix of like, it has its good Heisenberg moments, and it's awful Todd moments, but you always come back for more. Kingdom Hearts is the video game equivalent of Meth.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here, folks.
There it is.
Oh, goodness. Like, I didn't follow Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy enough to really know about their delays and have a point of reference for those. So it's like I don't really understand your pain with those, but
The one I don't understand is Final Fantasy VII being delayed and then released in the 3 parts. It's the same game.
That one's to get money, but they're also adding more story to it. Like it's not the same. It's not a. What are you talking about? Have you not seen any of the trailers for it? They've added like a completely new character to the game.
Oh, all right. I'm not that.
They added like a whole new.
VII was not my favorite Final Fantasy. All right.
No, it's not. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not defending it. I hate Final Fantasy VII, but they're. It's not. It's less of a remaster and more of a reimagining. That's why they're adding more stuff to it. That's why we're going to be spending as long as we are in Midgar for the first part of the game. And if you've played Final Fantasy VII before, the first 10 hours of the game is in Midgar, depending on how quickly you can get through it or not. It might be 4, it might be 15. But the first beginning of that game is in Midgar, that big city.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're fighting that evil corporation and everything.
Exactly. So, like, I can see how they're making a whole game out of just the Midgar part. If they expand upon the Midgar parts, okay? So Final Fantasy VII is getting delayed for polish, okay? That one I can understand. No Man's Sky, or not No Man's Skies. Cyberpunk's getting delayed because it's unplayable on consoles, which is also understandable. Because these are 7-year-old consoles, which are like grandpas in retirement homes compared to electronics.
Yeah.
With parts that can't be interchanged or anything like that. How it's hard to expect a AAA game like Cyberpunk to come out and to run well on 7-year-old hardware while still looking as good as possible.
I mean, they really should just release it to PC and then wait for a console release.
And do the next.
I know
gen.
people be upset about it, but they do that. They do the opposite of that all the time. Like all the time. Like they release it for console and then delay PC release. They always do that stuff. So I don't know why.
Yeah, but they do it that way. They don't ever do it where they release it on PC first and then console. It's always the other way around.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand why that's
because there's more console players.
PC,
there's more.
If it runs on PC, release it on PC. At least then I can watch a walkthrough and get super hyped for it.
That's the reason why. Is because there's more people that will play it on console than there will be on PC. It's just, I know PC Master Race. I understand that. But there's more people that have consoles. I think it's almost like 3-1. There's more people that have consoles than there is that has computer. Like big, beefy computers like me and Conan Jones has.
I mean, big, beefy computers are really awesome, but consoles are super convenient. So I understand.
Exactly. It's the convenience was what they're waiting for. They'll make more money selling it that way. That's why Rockstar will make Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 on console first and then put it on PC a year and a half later.
Yeah, it's all marketing. They put it on PC, so then they get that revenue when their revenue is dropping from all the console purchases. Beef it up a little bit. Let's get that PC release out now.
I mean, GTA 5 has made them so much money strictly just from the online stuff. And I don't know. I just could never get into it because I never understood it. And then now I feel like it's really hard to get into because, everyone's level 200 and something and you try to start and you just get destroyed because you have a pistol and they have like a car that shoots rockets at you. So, I mean, it's hard.
You're not wrong.
I'm not even joking. There's legit cars in that game that fly that shoots rockets, like lock-on rockets and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No, I believe you.
It's cool.
I know
It's
I
cool to
played
do,
that.
but like,
Yeah, I
I
played
don't know.
GTA 5. GTA 5 is really fun. That's a really good game. Never
It
did the
is.
online. Never
I
did the
wish I
online
could be
though.
good at the online, but yeah, I'm not.
It is what it is.
I'm just hoping that like whenever The Last of Us comes out, because that's the one I'm the most upset about getting delayed, and it's getting delayed for polish as well. But it's just, I hope that it comes out and it just like is the game of the century, like how the first Last of Us is
When is that coming out? In April?
in May 28th.
Okay, well at least you get that sooner than we get. So
I know, but I was getting it the weekend of my birthday, and I had
yeah,
like a 5-day weekend to play.
I guess in conclusion to topic 2, delays suck, but they're understandable
Sometimes
sometimes.
I'm not gonna go off the deep end and say every good game should get delayed, but I also understand why Nintendo takes so long to announce a game like, say, Metroid Prime 4, because they want it to come out and be perfect. And then if they don't, then they have egg on their face because they announced the trailer for in development of Metroid Prime 4 3 years ago. And then they had to completely scrap everything and start over this year. Or excuse me, last year.
Oh Lord, I didn't know about that.
So I understand why Nintendo takes so long to announce new games of like franchises that are beloved that want more games of it. I've never played a Metroid game like I've never played a Metroid Prime game, excuse me. But I'll get Metroid Prime 4 when it comes out.
I've never played a Metroid game, so I mean,
Dude, Metroid is a legit good franchise.
Yeah.
I'm super happy that they're coming out with a new one. The last one I played was not Metroid Prime, but the one after it. I think they're both on the GameCube. But those were like legit.
The last one I played was on Game Boy Advance, and it was the remake of Metroid, the second Metroid game. So, well, I'm not gonna sit here and think that I'm an expert on the series or anything like that. I just know that like the game I did play was fun, and
Yeah,
I
they're
think
really
that's what it
great.
should
I
boil
love
down
their
to.
maps. Yeah, I love their map system. The story's pretty good always. Samus
Because
is like one of the
I
cool.
love Metroidvania games.
Oh
Like
yeah, they're great.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night is easily one of my top 5 greatest games of all time.
I've never actually played it, but
It's
I
one
will
of
say,
the,
I
it's
will say,
it's a classic PS1 game.
yeah, I know. I mean, everyone talks about it like it's the best Castlevania game.
It is the best Castlevania. It's better than Super Castlevania 4. I believe it's better.
My deal is the Samus on the Metro games. She's just like she's probably the coolest female protagonist.
Yeah, I agree with that.
She's awesome. Like she's a big old space bounty hunter. What's there not to like?
I totally thought you were going somewhere else with that, and I'm just like, and we've crossed that line.
I was getting the mute button ready. The earth bleeps.
You guys, man, like Conan before the podcast.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yes,
Conan shared some like weird stuff before the podcast, and I'm just like, I am not comfortable with this. It was like a tire fire. You got to watch it, but man, was it weird.
Get your minds out of the gutter, man.
That's actually an excellent segue from talking about Metroid to talking to the thing that Conan Jones shared with us. I'm not going to go into detail with it, but man, it was weird.
It was weird, which is why I shared it with you guys. I was like, you guys need to experience this with me.
Thanks.
And then we just share it on our Twitter. Everyone,
I think I probably will do that.
Be that podcast channel.
It just shares. I mean, I talk. I mean, when I'm streaming or whenever I'm like on Twitter, I mean, I'm gonna be me. On here, I'll be a little bit more restrained, but my some of my tweets are not safe for work. Okay, because I don't care. I'll cuss, but I'm not gonna cuss on the podcast anymore.
Yeah, you
But
got
you
to
can
do
follow
that.
me at Gland's Finest if you want. I don't care. Do don't.
Uh,
I don't care.
we got to do that, like Philip DeFranco secret link of the day type thing, and just it's whatever weird link Conan has shared.
Connor's just sitting at work. He should be typing something up. He's just like, you know what? I'm
look
gonna
for
go on
weird
50-50 on Reddit. You know what 50-50 is?
I think I've heard of that before, but
it's where it's like it's 50-50 where either it's something like, say it's like puppies or it's somebody getting bludgeoned to death.
All right.
And it's 50-50, and it's really likely you're gonna see. I mean, it's legit 50-50. You can see puppies, or you can see a hammer going through some dude's skull.
Usually, the upvoted ones are the nicer outcome, so you get a little bit of leeway there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something I'd be down to try.
Yeah, I don't go on that side.
Old Squatch one was the one that showed me 50-50.
He's the one that showed me 50-50 too.
See? I was just like, all right, this is what you're into. That's weird, dude, but all right.
Dude, we were friends with some weird people in school.
Yeah, we were. Now he's all fit and being a police officer and stuff. Look at him go.
Office.
Tackle minorities like a good white man.
Hey,
oh
now.
my God.
Mage.
Here we go.
I am also a minority.
Save your white supremacy for Hitler clicks.
Here we go.
This is clearly a
That
joke.
is not a segue in the Hitler click. That is not the segue.
Disclaimer.
Cue the music.
Cue the music.
Wikipedia police officers to Hitler. Like,
no, I'm not doing that. I'm not. All right, I'm doing that.
Cue the music.
All right, we're at one click. I guess we're at the original one. All right, here we go.
So you're police officers.
I clicked on police officers. All right, I'm gonna click on New York. Clicking on United States. That's 3. Where we go? Three.
what'd you click?
Dude, that crazy sound just came back again. All right, clicking on Germany for 4.
Oh boy.
And there we go. Hitler's 5 clicks away from police.
Police are Hitler confirmed.
This is the most reluctant Hitler clicks I wanted to do so far.
We love you, Squatch.
I feel so disappointed in myself for actually doing this one. And remember how I talked about last week how I get into a pattern and I just find what I need to find? I didn't even do Control F this time to find what I needed to find. I knew where to click.
Proud. You're learning.
Oh my God.
All right, so sidebar.
Okay.
Mage, did you listen to the podcast last week?
I did.
Did you like the music going through all of Hitler clicks?
I did, actually. I think it could be a little bit quieter.
Okay.
Because
I didn't. Hey, I
chatter.
didn't say I didn't like it. I just was thrown off by it.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try this and see how it does. And as I listened to it,
fine. I think you could reduce the volume a little bit.
Okay.
You do have that chatter, and sometimes it was a little distracting. but I like the background noise for it because that is a quieter section.
Yeah, because me and you don't really have a whole lot to add to the conversation while Ghost is searching for Hitler.
Yeah. But I think that works.
If you're listening and like the music, at me on Twitter.
At Conan Jones.
And let me know.
Let Conan Jones know how much of a white supremacist he is.
Hey, now.
Tell him to finally shave his head, like the neo-Nazi that he is.
Man,
he can look like the neo-Nazis from the second season of Sons of Anarchy.
I happen to think. Oh, okay, got you.
Skinheads.
Yeah,
yeah, the skinheads or Darby.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's been so long since I've watched Sons.
You know what's on Hulu now and not Netflix anymore?
Really?
Yeah. It's really weird.
I know Mayans is on Hulu.
Mayans is
it?
Right.
I haven't watched Mayans at all. Is it any good?
I have no idea. I've never watched.
I think Conan Jones watched it a lot.
Yeah, it took a while to get into, but by the time this first season was over, we were pretty much into it. Like, it's kind of like Sons, how you have to give it a little bit to kind of get going, because I expected it to be more like Sons than it was.
Yeah.
Like,
does any of the Sons of Anarchy show up in the show?
So it's set after the end of Sons, which I won't spoil if you haven't seen it. So I mean,
it's set at the end. I thought it was set before it.
No, it's after. So it's everything that happens in Sons is already over.
I did not know that. I thought it was
like a direct sequel.
Kind of, because Alvarez, who was the head of the Mayans, is now like the big boss, and they start working with one of the cartels from Mexico.
Yeah.
So like you're with a different faction of the Mayans, and not the ones that were wherever the Sons of Anarchy people were fighting with.
Yeah.
But it's it's the same kind of thing.
Does any of the Sons though show up?
There's one that shows up. I know he showed up in. Yeah, it's the end of season 1. He's a pretty big character, and there's a couple more that show up in season 2. But it's pretty much like its own standalone thing. Like they talk.
Who was it? Which one was it? I don't care. I'm not going to watch it.
Happy's a big person in season 1 and season 2.
Okay.
Chibs is one of the bosses of. I think he takes over the Sons.
Yeah, because he's president. Yeah,
so he's the president of the Charming, which is still like this big boss of Sons, their home charter, whatever.
Yeah.
He's the president of the United States?
No, of the
shut up, Mage.
Of the chapter.
Did you hear they're going to make a new National Treasure?
I hate Nicolas Cage.
Dude, I was just like, Nicolas Cage is going to do it. He's going to solve world hunger.
What is he going to find now?
He's going to...
He's got to find Hitler on Wikipedia.
Yeah, there we go.
Find Hitler on Wikipedia.
National Treasure 3, Hitler clicks. I swear to God, if that happens, we better get a check cut, damn it.
Oh, good Lord.
I'll hashtag National Treasure.
Maybe that's why we can't get a sponsor, because we have Hitler clicks.
I mean, we've just had Hitler clicks for like a week or a couple weeks. So,
hey, if anybody's like wanting to get sponsored, we'll do it for literally next to nothing. Okay, you throw us $20, we'll give you a 5-minute ad or whatever. I don't care.
We'll ramble a little bit longer about your product.
Yeah, like
we'll do it for 2 to 3 weeks.
I'm not saying I'm selling out. I'm not saying that at all.
But give me money.
Okay? I'm not a sellout, but $20 is $20.
There you go. All right.
Hey, also, I'm trying to get us I don't think it'll be this podcast, but I think next week's podcast will have a new intro made by one Jamar J. Rashad.
Nice.
I think he said he was going to work on it tomorrow once he got to Houston. So I'll see. I'll probably ask him about it tomorrow night, see what he's up to.
I'd be down with that. See how it turns out.
Yeah. I mean, he's a friend of the show and rising artist. I think as long if we get a shoe in now. I mean, I've been a shoe in with him like since like day one of him starting all this stuff. So I mean, that's my boy. But anyways,
all that wrestling bonding you guys do.
exactly. That's why he's down in Houston. He's going to a Rumble. If I could have took off 2 more days from work, I would have went with him.
That'd have been cool.
Yeah, because we went to WrestleMania together too, a couple years ago in Dallas. Man, we were in the 400 section, and I was scared for my life, but it was still cool. It was still a cool time.
Are you scared because it was high or there was
yes,
a rough crowd?
I'm definitely afraid of heights, dude.
Okay.
Now I'm not trying to act not like big or anything with it, but man, if I can't get seats that start in like the 100 section, I'm just not going to go to something.
Jeez. Just try some immersion therapy. Apparently it works.
No, I'm not going to. If I do immersion therapy, they're going to throw my ass out of a plane.
God, no. That's not what they do. That's what they do in movies.
That's like me being scared of spiders, and they put my hand in like a fish tank with like tarantulas and stuff.
Here, be on Fear Factor.
Yeah, you can put immersion therapy is basically Fear Factor with no prize.
It's definitely not that. You're
gonna have me eating like sheep brain and getting spiders crawling on me and stuff.
No, you go to a licensed therapist and they do immersion therapy, and it's like they gradually build you up to stuff.
Okay.
Like walking up like a flight of stairs and looking down for a second.
How high up?
Like a flight, like one story, not high.
I could do that.
Yeah, I said they gradually build you up. Like they get to where you're like slightly uncomfortable, try to get you used to that, and then push your limp boundaries just a little bit at a time. That's like it's from slight being uncomfortable to and then you getting used to that where you're good, and then it just built. Yeah. I mean, that's what immersion therapy is.
All right.
It's not just like, hey, I'm going to get you in a plane and you're going to experience the worst of your anxiety
right off the bat.
No, I mean, I'm not about that, dude. I'm okay.
That's definitely not it.
I'm okay with being scared of heights. Okay, it means I'm not gonna fly ever. Okay, I don't care about that. I'm perfectly fine driving everywhere. Okay, no problem driving everywhere. I can enjoy the road, listen to podcasts, do whatever. Okay, but I'm not gonna fly anywhere. Okay, I'm scared of heights. I will do me. Thank you.
No, I was telling you that I have a friend who did immersion therapy because he had an issue with heights, like so bad that he'd have bad anxiety driving over overpasses or bridges.
I do have that.
And he did immersion therapy, and it really helped him out.
Like those big overpasses in Texas?
Yeah, like he wouldn't be able to do it at all.
Scare the hell out of me.
Same with him. Like he couldn't do it. He had bad anxiety over it. And
there was one going to Atlanta, and I couldn't stop. I had to do it, but man, was I like white knuckling the steering wheel.
Is there a setting on Google Maps where you can just avoid stuff like that?
No, I don't think so.
Avoid bridges.
Avoid bridges and tolls.
Yeah.
I know some places you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
like Louisiana, especially.
Louisiana has really bad ones too.
Yeah, they're like old rickety ones.
Plus, Louisiana just smells like swamp ass 24/7.
It's literally a swamp ghost.
I know that, but it's still gross.
I love New Orleans, and I would like to visit Baton Rouge.
Oh no, I'm not going to New Orleans until they fix that hotel.
Did you read about a different hotel?
The Hard Rock Hotel? Did you read about that this week?
I did not.
So it collapsed like in October, right? When they're building it.
I did not. I don't usually keep up with Louisiana news.
So then 2 people died in the collapse, and they couldn't recover the bodies for it.
Golly.
Okay, so I guess a tarp or something was placed over it because where one of the people's dead, where one of the persons like died or whatever, his legs are sticking out of the rubble or something.
Oof.
And they couldn't recover his body.
They can't recover it because it's not safe. Safe with quotation marks.
Jesus.
So they just put a tarp over it. Well, I guess like this week, like due to like I guess whatever storms have been going on there, the tarp blew off. So now just like plain as day on New Orleans' busiest street, there's just some dead dude's legs sticking out.
That are like rotten and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the city of New Orleans like posted this Facebook thing about saying, we know of the problem, but please don't take pictures of it.
We ain't gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, it's just gonna be there, but don't take any pictures of it, please.
Dude, if I was the family of that dude that died, I would be furious.
They'd probably get some money. They'd probably get some money from Hard Rock.
Well, I would sue so hard because it's like I would sue the city too because like they're not doing anything about it.
Yeah,
like
I mean, I agree.
So,
anyways, I didn't mean to derail us like that. That was just something that came up, being topical with world news, or I guess not world news, but
Louisiana news.
I don't know. Anyways,
Gatortown.
Let's go ahead. What's Conan's list?
Oh, okay. So I was talking and thinking about stuff. I was listening to the what time are we at? Yeah, it'll be okay. I was listening to the Bombcast, and they had an email come in that said, "Hey, you just got a promotional menu at Denny's," and then they had to make up like dishes that were on the menu that was like related to their podcast.
Okay.
So I was like, that might be fun to do with us, like if we had a low scale menu, like promotional menu.
Oh, dude, it's like all the food is really salty.
The Go Special.
Like everything is really salty, especially how much me and Mage argue.
I don't really think we argue that bad on the podcast. Actually,
Lord of the Rings
we like to
sucks.
talk about it. Huh?
Lord of the Rings sucks.
You're wrong, but we're not.
Here we go. I'm right. You're wrong.
I mean, how can a franchise that's won 11 Oscars suck? But all right.
Because there was nothing else out at the time. It was literally that or nothing.
Okay.
Now that you're trying to...
Thank you for proving my point, by the way.
Other than that, like, little play arguments, we really don't do that bad.
I guess you didn't listen to last week's podcast then at all then. Or you skipped, like, the first 20 minutes of it.
No, I listened to it, and you did kind of piss me off, but it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't as bad as you guys made it sound.
All right, let's make this list. Conan, you have an idea of this. Go first.
So, like, just the Conan burger, and it's just, like, 2 patties bacon and, like, a fried egg on top with, like, ketchup.
It's an awful burger. Nobody would get that.
Dude, fried eggs are delicious.
Fried eggs are disgusting. Fried eggs
ruin. Ooh, put a hash brown on it, too.
Yeah.
So it's a breakfast burger.
Breakfast burgers are delicious.
Yeah, but it's called the Conan burger, Conan breakfast burger.
the Breakfast Jones.
You can't trademark something that's already been made.
Sure, I can.
That's called infringement.
Watch me.
No, he does because it's a different. He uses 100% Angus beef, and that's there you go. That's the difference.
Mage, what do you got for this?
You got to do the wheat buns, and that's what makes it different. Let me see. I got to think about it a little bit. I don't know.
So that's why I got to think about it, too. Conan Jones, this is something he should have told us like at the beginning of the show so we could have thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had all day to think about it.
All right, we'll give you some time to think about it.
He's like, hey, hey, I listened to this podcast 3 weeks ago. Okay, we should do this list idea with 30 seconds prep time. Go.
We got to be more creative than that.
That's what happens. That's what happened with Conan Jones.
I mean, that's all they had, but whatever.
Maybe some like biscuits and gravy. Like I'm all about biscuits and gravy.
So what's your mage twist on biscuits and gravy?
What's my mage twist on biscuits and gravy?
Yeah.
What makes it inferior?
Inferior biscuits and gravy. It's only like the bottom half of the biscuits.
Oh, it's not even the good. That's a good one. It's not even the good part of it. It's the bottom half. They're all kind of hockey puck burnt too.
And the gravy's just like really soupy.
Ew. Oh.
No, the gravy's thick, but too thick.
It's almost like
so it's
bad
like
Jello.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh.
But it's still gotta taste good. But it's just super visually unappealing.
Yes.
But
I like the bottom half of the biscuit thing. That was a good one. That was a good twist.
The inferior biscuits and gravy.
The inferior biscuit.
So ghosts.
Only at Ghosties.
So I feel like ghosts would be like the ghosty pancakes or something like that,
I
which
like
is
that.
like you.
It's pancake. Okay, what?
It's,
Oh wait, no, I got this. It's pancakes with ghost pepper sauce on it. Because it's a throwback to that time where I ate that pancake with Tabasco sauce on it.
And it's like it's bottomless pancakes, but to make them bottomless, you have to shoot the little shot glass of Tabasco syrup.
Yes, that's a good one.
God,
That's the only way you can make them bottomless.
Yeah, it's like the steak challenge in Amarillo. If you have to eat it all, but you just have to do that before you can then gorge yourself on pancakes.
You know, I kind of want to try that steak challenge.
That place is not that great.
That too. It's not that good either. It's more of just
it's a
cool,
trap.
this is here. Yeah,
I've been to it once, but that was back when I was like in middle school, so I don't really remember.
Even
it's
when I was
overpriced.
little, I remember it not being that great of food. Like it was okay, but
have we ever figured out where we're going for a low scale vacation?
No, but I had a thought we can discuss after this.
Where?
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Are we going on a cruise?
Hell
Yeah, we're flying somewhere.
Okay, well, I'll see y'all there. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our
We'll be on the
win.
boat. You can see in Florida.
Let's go ahead and jump into our wins of the week. Inferior Mage, what is your win of the week?
So back to my doctor's appointment yesterday. So my body mass index or whatever, I'm not really sure how they measure it, but apparently it was a lot lower than it was last time.
That's good.
Nice.
Which is really good. She was really happy about that. She was like, "Oh, that's really good." And my blood pressure, I never had high blood pressure or anything. It was always in that like 130, 132 range, which is like, I guess, pre-hypertension. And it was a lot lower. So exercising is showing results, even if I'm not always seeing it.
Good job, man. I'm proud of you. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
So my win today is like I just had a very productive day. Like I left about the same time as my wife did, and I got to the office at like 7:45 and was like getting stuff done today. I closed 2 cases today. We had a meeting at 10, and like all of my stuff is just kind of lining up, and I'm kind of getting out of that because I was in a I know what I'm doing phase, and then I realized I didn't know what the heck I was doing, and I'm climbing out of that one back into a okay, I think I know what I'm doing stage. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
It was just kind of a good day, and I got a bunch of stuff kind of knocked off my list. So
That's good, man.
Ghost, what's yours?
Well, all right, back to my TV thing. Okay. Kind of two-parter here with it. So I get the TV to Walmart finally after getting my sister's car or her SUV. And I get it there, and I'm a day late over the 30-day return policy thing.
Oof.
So it's like, man, crap. But I talked to the lady. She's like, well, it's here. Let's see if it'll go through the machine. I can't overpass it, but if the machine accepts it, then we'll accept it. And I'm sitting there, fingers crossed, everything. I like looked up the receipt online, got all that. And then they were like, boom, here you go, Mr. Ghost. And I got my $500 of change back. So then I was just like, all right, let's go buy another TV. So the TV I originally wanted was a Vizio, because Vizio is always a good brand that I've gotten. Never had issues with it at all. So the Vizio 70 inch is what I wanted when I first went to go get a TV, but they didn't have it in stock, I guess, that time. But today I went back there again, but they didn't have it again. So I asked the lady in the back. I was just like, hey, it says on y'all's website that you have this TV here, but then when I click on it, it says it's like available for pickup in like a couple days. I was like, is it kind of in the back or something, or what? She's like, okay, let me go see. So I'm sitting out there for like twiddling my thumbs for like 5 minutes, and I'm just like, please let this TV back up. And I saw her like pushing it out on the big old cart, and I'm just like, yes, thank God. And that TV was only like maybe like $10 more than the TV I got before. So not any sort of big price difference, but this time I made sure to get the 3-year warranty on it, just in case I did go through this again.
Yeah, I mean warranties are really good for like electronic stuff.
Yeah,
like I hate it because they make money off the warranty. Like in the end of the day, that's a moneymaker,
right?
Because I used to work at Best Buy and we were asked to sell those, but they do come in handy in a pinch when stuff like that happens.
But so I got that new TV. It's worked really great so far. I haven't had any issues other than I can't get it on the wall.
Conan will be down eventually.
Yep. But other than that, it's been good. Like I said when I started this off, like I've been feeling really good this week about myself and just everything. You know, I'm feeling really good. I've been drinking a whole lot more water instead of anything else. I did drink a pop today, but I've been doing everything I could to get a little bit healthier. And it's not really showing results, but my blood pressure's down. Like, so that's good.
Good. Getting better every day.
Getting stronger every day. FCO. All right. Conan Jones, hit us with the outro.
All right. Thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Low Scale Gaming. It sounds weird without Facebook in there. Like I just changed it, and
I know.
Like we've said it,
but we said it for so long.
Yeah, it just sounds weird. If you have a question or subject, go ahead.
I like how we were promoting Facebook when we never had one.
I know, right?
So if you have a question or subject you want to talk about, or you want to...
Wait. We could have a Facebook now. Since Mage is our social media guy, he could get us a Facebook.
I don't know. After you guys treated me last week, I think I'm going to stick with the bare minimum of my job.
Imagine that.
Send us a tweet or an email at lowscalegaming@gmail.com.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow.